Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Friday. My eye seems to be itchy again, but I was told to use hot compresses, and I have been doing that. And so far, the pain has been subsiding as far as the pain is concerned, because I wasn't able to touch it. Now I am. Again, I just touched it with my hand. But anyway, my hands are clean, but shouldn't mean anything. So the hot compresses for about 15 minutes, at least 2 to 3 times a day. I think you should be able to do it whenever you want, as many times as you want. It seems to be helping me. So right now there's a little bit of itchiness, so it's kind of drives me nuts. But anyway, I'm doing better. Went to the mall yesterday, did not see anything. All the Barbie stuff is gone. All the Barbie stuff is gone. And right now we have, we're going through, seasons change. So we're going through the football stuff, New York Giants, New York Jets. They had all that. I see some shirts that I want, but we'll leave that one alone. Maybe they'll come out with a New York Jets and New York Giants bag. That would be cute. But anyhow, yeah. So I went into Newberry Comics. They also had an event. Everybody seemed to have been having a Barbie event on Tuesday. I didn't know nothing about this. No flyers were given out. Nothing was posted anywhere that, hey, you know what, we got a Barbie event. Mad Rag had a Barbie event. Newberry Comics had the Barbie event. And Primark, from what I understand, because I was talking to one of the workers, she says everybody came in here and just started buying stuff because there seemed to have been a Barbie event in the mall. I said, yeah, I know, 2 places already, but I didn't go. What are you going to do? Surprisingly, the reviews about the Barbie movie, not to give anything away, but not too many people liked it. And it is not really for little girls. It's not really for children, let's say 7 and below. Because I already know somebody who took all their little girls, all the bunch of parents took their little girls to the movie. They literally wound up leaving a little earlier before the movie ended. They just weren't, the kids weren't just, as she put it, the kids weren't interested. Really, it wasn't very interesting for the little girls. So they wound up leaving. Yeah. So anyhow, is there adult themes to this movie? Maybe. I don't know. Would I like to see it? I probably would like to see it just for my memories. To me, it wouldn't be just much of the story. It would just be little hints and memories and everything. That's what I would go for. All right. So maybe I will make it. Probably not tomorrow. Today, the movie actually opens to everybody today. I mean, it opened yesterday as far as a pre-screening thing, which is pretty cool. But I would like to go see this at some point. I'm thinking maybe next week I want to do it. So I do have all my little Barbie outfit, my Barbie earrings that I didn't wear yet. I want to wear this. So let's see, maybe that, or, I was thinking of Haunted Mansion. I don't know if I'm going to skip the Haunted Mansion. I'll just wait for the reviews on the Haunted Mansion. Little Mermaid is supposed to be almost being released for Disney Plus, so maybe I'll catch the Little Mermaid on that. A lot of these movies I'll just wind up watching on Disney Plus. There's nothing else to get. I mean, I'm paying for Disney Plus already, so might as well just use it, Anyhow, I went to Newberry Comics yesterday, like I said, about the Barbie event that I was never at. I said, you guys didn't even put a, I didn't even see a sign in here Monday. I was in there the day before. I was in there Monday. They said, oh, well, yeah, well, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. Nobody cared. But there was a thing that my husband and myself, we were discussing. We discussed a lot about music. And the other night on the Axis TV show, Axis TV channel, we have AXE. They do music. It's kind of like an updated version of an MTV. They show concerts. They show concerts from the past. They show music shows. They show documentaries about music. So this is right up my husband's alley and mine. So the other night they were playing Cyndi Lauper, a concert from, I want to say about a few years back. And we were like, wow, she's doing great and everything. Just to hear all the old songs. I had her first album, She's So Unusual. And that album's 35 years old. And I was, my husband and I, we were reminiscing about the time where I was first going out with my husband as a boyfriend. And he has a sibling, a sister. And me and his sister, we went to the mall with my mother-in-law, who wasn't my mother-in-law back then. But she had purchased, she loved Huey Lewis and the News back then. She liked the band Huey Lewis and the News. So she purchased his cassette. And then, I don't know, my sister-in-law purchased something. And then I purchased, she says, Maureen, you got to get some. She says, pick out something. So I picked out Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual. And that album, to me, that's my memory of the start of many years of, knowing these people and, friends. And then she became my mother-in-law, and, and then, taking care of her in her final times. It just goes all down the road like that, Wonderful human being, very tough lady. However, the other day we were looking at Funkos. And my husband says, look, they have Cyndi Lauper. I says, yeah, but you know what? I saw the Cyndi Lauper with the album cover. The Funko series with the album covers. Sometimes they do it with a comic book. They had Stan Lee with a comic book, but they also had Cyndi Lauper with the album. My husband has Freddie Mercury with the Flash Gordon album. So, and we were looking for the Cyndi Lauper with the album because we reminisced about my first cassette from my mother-in-law. So we didn't find it. They wanted crazy prices for it on the thing. It was very hard to get. We looked on Amazon, couldn't find it. It was going for crazy prices. At eBay, stay away from completely. That's ridiculous. So I was in Newbury Comics yesterday, and I had to text my husband. Took a picture of it. I said, look what I found. The album cover, She's So Unusual with Cyndi Lauper. So my husband said, you got to pick it up. I said, absolutely, I am. This is my gift to myself, and this is good memories for me. And this was the cassette that my mother-in-law purchased for me. So this is how I remember it. So 35 years old, my God. And it was a good price. It was $21.99 for these, and it's really cool. And this is going to be my memory. I'm always going to look at it and think of that. Absolutely. So I was glad to get that. And that was really my only purchase yesterday. Went and had lunch at Shake Shack. Had a little, they're called chicken bites. And they come 6 or they come 10 or 12. But I only got the 6. And I got a cold drink. And it came out to like $7 and change. It was wonderful. Sat in air conditioning, listening to the music and everything. And it was cute. And what they do is they give you a number. But I was standing there. And one of the ladies from behind the counter saw me standing here for like 5 minutes because I'm just waiting for my order. She says, no, ma'am. She says, we bring it to your table. I says, oh, okay. I didn't know. Nobody said anything. So I sat down with the number and they brought it to my table. And I had 6 little chicken bites. They call it chicken bites. They were delicious. They were very hot. They just came out. It wasn't this cold thing. And they were very good. It was just to sit there and nice. I want to try, next I would like to try a burger or maybe a chicken sandwich. But I think maybe a burger. So I'm not really into buying burgers anymore outside. But except for Applebee's had delicious burgers. But I may want to do this with Shake Shack, being that it's just happening. For me, it's new. I know Shake Shack has been around for a while, but to me, this is all new, and I wanted to try something different. So the chicken bites are a plus. Two up, rocking for Shake Shack on that. I didn't have my root beer float yesterday. I just had a Dr. Pepper, but I want that root beer float again. Absolutely. So that was good. Came home and everything. Did not do anything else. The thing is that I was watching finally. The vlogger podcasts that I watch and that I listen to, which is Main Street Moments, they finally uploaded their new podcast. So they were supposed to do it a few days ago, but they had put, we're sorry, but, we will be getting to it, as soon as we can. And then they finally posted it yesterday. So I was very excited to listen to them. Having tea today. I've been staying away from coffee for a while, but just decided to have my tea. So I was listening to the podcast. Where do I start? It was a very good podcast. It was about, they started off with 2 vloggers who I used to watch, but I don't watch them anymore. I haven't watched them in, say, like over a year. I unsubscribed from their channels. That's how bad this was. So they were discussing, the 2 vloggers did a very idiotic thing. Universal Studios has the new Minions stuff Minions stuff available. They have their whole Minions section. They also have what is called Villain Con. It is a new, I want to say ride / attraction. It's not a ride that you sit in, but it's an attraction that you are part of. But it is on, you are standing and moving. They are moving you while you are standing. It's like a conveyor belt thing. It's kind of along what I want to say of what Disney's equivalent to, and I hate putting Disney up against anything really. What it is that it's an equivalent to Disney's Space Ranger Spin, Buzz Lightyear, and Toy Story Mania, because they all involve blasting. They all involve blasting at a screen. That's cool. The only thing it is that you're not in 3D. Maybe that's a good thing. I didn't hear any 3D mentioned, so that's a good thing. And you stand on this conveyor belt, and you know they move you through while you are shooting at certain screens in sections, and you get points. And I also hear that there's an app involved that in the near future that you will be able to do more from the app, you know, collect points and stuff. And you know, this is how they probably make you come back to the park, and you know, you want to do it again, you want to redo it because maybe your score was low, you want to see if you can get a better score. Okay, and that's all fine. That's cool. A lot of people right now, some of the reviews, okay, let's go back. Most of the vloggers that are doing the review, everything is wonderful. You know this. Okay. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, fine. The real people that already wrote it, because it's actually doing a testing phase, the real people that wrote it don't like it. Okay, that's your opinion. That's good. Okay. But all the other vloggers, everything is wonderful to them. Okay, there's that mentality. There are certain vloggers, all right? I'm just going to say two. I'm not even going to give the names. You're probably going to know who they are because there seems to be a lot of controversy about these two. Actually, the one is getting more flack than the other. I think they should both get the same amount of flack for this. It was stated upon enjoying the attraction, please refrain from video or any photos. This is all Universal asks you. Universal asks you, don't do that. They just ask you not to do that. Please refrain from it. These two vloggers wind up taking it upon themselves. They're at the event, because this is a certain event. This is not an event yet for everybody. It's not open to the public yet. Certain event that they decided to do a 360, and apparently these two vloggers must have enough clout because they seem to be immune to any instructions whatsoever and decided to just do their own thing. And they both of them wound up filming what they weren't supposed to be filming. I don't know what part of asinine you guys don't understand. I don't know what part of, listen, this is our park. We were asking you not to do that. You were invited to this. It was an honor to be invited to this, to give your sole opinion on what you've seen, but without showing it, what your experience was. And every other vlog, I don't see any other vlogger that did what these two did. And if they did, they weren't stupid enough to make a YouTube video of it for their audience and post it on their channel, because this is how you get more views and more likes. Big problem there. So what one of the vloggers did, he was getting slammed left and right. He was getting slammed. And he wasn't getting slammed from the outside world. He wasn't getting slammed for his little subscribers. He was getting slammed from other YouTube vloggers, his peers. I call them your YouTube peers. You're all doing the same thing. You were getting slammed from your other peers, okay? So now what you did was you took down the video, you re-edited, you reposted with all the other stuff taken out of it. Meanwhile, people already seen it because you were stupid enough to post it to begin with. So now the video's re-edited, but yet you added your little sob story. I think there should have been violins playing in the background while you were doing your boo-hoo thing, where you were doing your little sob story, like, I'm sorry, I apologize, and it wasn't just it. But here's the thing: it wasn't just me; it was other vloggers were doing it. So not only that, you wonder why you're getting slammed. You just threw many of the YouTube peers, your YouTube vlogger peers, under the bus. So it's like, I'll apologize, but, I'm not going to do it alone. I will take you with me. That's the impression I got. Really? Really? So if that's not bad enough, that's what he did with his sob story. And this is the one, and I'm just going to say, this is the one who has over 1 million subscribers. Yeah. Okay. Not impressed, but cute. I know somebody that has 10 million. She's a woman. She is one of the top YouTube vloggers. As a matter of fact, she was on the show Undercover Boss Celebrity Edition. She was one of the undercover bosses because she wanted to mentor more YouTube vloggers. She wanted to help. Well, anyway, that was on the other night. She has over 10 million subscribers. Yes, she does. That's how you do it. Anyway, and it doesn't involve Disney crap. Let's put it that way. So getting back to this one puts out his sob story. But meanwhile, at the same time, you see how he's doing it? He is still going to get views for this because now you just threw more gas on an already started fire. That's your problem. So now we move to his buddy, and I'm going to say buddy, his other vlogging friend, because the two of them are friends. Well, not for nothing. If there is not a little bit of animosity or a little bit of competition going on between the two of them, I see that. So now the other vlogger winds up doing the same thing. But here's the catch. His video is still up there. It's unedited. It's edited, but he's showing you he's on the ride. He's showing you everything. What portion of the word stupidity don't you people realize? It's not going to be your vlogging audience is going to take you. It's going to be other vloggers that are going to take your ass out. And does that deserve to happen? Yeah, that deserves to happen. It's not the portion of the ride, so to say. It is just the principle of the fact. And the principle of the fact is that, you came on property. These people are allowing you. They invited you onto their property to do this. This is your little job. And while your little job is a little cute and all, you will be probably going downhill after this, or it's going to make you a bigger star. I don't know. If people are stupid enough to watch that, I have no idea. That's up to you guys. That's up to you. But it's just the principle of it that you were invited to this special event and you were, it was asked, please do not, and you totally disrespected the rules of Universal. Universal, this is one of the reasons why I like them. They don't play games. I've seen other vloggers. There was a vlogger from years ago that did something years ago. He is banned for life from Universal. He was also banned from Disney, but Disney was stupid enough to let him back in. You see what I'm saying? See how this, one park is not like the other. Universal is not like Disney. Let's don't get it twisted. It's not like Disney. There's different rules, and I actually like Universal's rules for that. They ask you not to film on the ride. Don't film on the ride. What do you got, brain damage or something? They tell you don't do it, but you did it anyway to get your clout. This is the only reason why you people are doing this is to get your attentions. Well, now you got attentions, and now the first vlogger don't like it. Oh, I thought I had friends. That's another thing, because I actually watched both videos, being that I'm unsubscribed to them, but I wanted to see what was going on for myself. Oh, well, I just, I thought I had friends, and, I wasn't the only one doing it. You just threw them under the bus. You got a lot to learn. You got a lot to learn. I hope Universal bans the two of them. I really do. Suffer the consequences. Suffer the consequences. Because this is going to ruin it for the other good vloggers. Don't you realize that? It's a domino effect. But if Universal was smart, say, listen, it wasn't everybody. It was just you two. Because I have looked at many other videos from VillainCon that all other vloggers, not one of them filmed inside. And it says, I cannot show you this because, out of respect, because we were asked not to. They state that in their video. But meanwhile, you guys filmed that the signs even said, do not film, and yet you just did it anyway. It's just, wow. Wow. Need attention much? I always say, and here's another thing, and I've said this to friends on social media as well. I've said this to, I've actually said this to family members on social media because they're on Facebook. I've actually said this. It's nice to be liked. It's grateful to be liked. It really is. If you're loved and respected enough, you know, because you love people back, it's really nice to be liked because they show you the kindness and everybody's friends. But when you need to be liked, that's a total problem. Okay, you're doing everything in your power because you need that attention. You need that. And if this is going to earn them a paycheck because they do the vlogging, listen, that sucks too. Because you got it, I think you got it disrespectfully. I think you earned your pay this time disrespectfully. Just saying. You know, their numbers aren't going to lie. And a lot of saying, because the first vlogger has over 1 million, but it was stated by another podcast that, you know, when YouTube sees the numbers, it doesn't matter. It should impress everybody because you got over 1 million people, but the analysis inside the program, because you can go on YouTube Studio and you could look at your analysis and you can see how many people actually watch your video, how many people actually watch it all the way through, how many people interact with you. It's all up on the analysis, and that's one of the things about YouTube, about, you know, if they're giving you a salary as well. So, but me personally, this is why I don't want to get involved in this. I just like what I'm doing, okay? But for this person with the 1 million, YouTube actually sees that not everybody is watching his videos. Just because the numbers show doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. So keep that in mind as also. But his friend, his buddy, left his video up, so you can actually see the whole video. I think that sucks. I think that's a real crappy thing to do. No feeling, no respect, no heart, you know. I mean, you Disney people, you know, with the Disney vloggers, they seem to get away with a lot. So I guess they figured, you know, oh, we could just do this, you know, let's just do it. What were you thinking? Obviously, you weren't thinking about consequences. You were just thinking about your YouTube numbers and your audience. But see, you got it wrong, because it's not the audience that went after you, it's your own peers. It's the your YouTube community peers, your vlogging friends, okay? See? That's a problem. That's bad. So, that was one of the latest things. I found that, like, really, really interesting. You're going to be that stupid. And now you're going to pay for it. Will Universal take a turn and do something against them? I don't know. Will they revoke their passes? You were asked not to do something, and you know what? I believe they have every right to do that. I believe they have every right to do that. You know? Really disrespectful. So anyway, okay, that's going to be it from now. Let me just get going. It is 8:45, and it's really, really crappy outside. It's going to rain. It's going to rain. It's going to rain. Oh my God! Tonight we're having pizza. The other day I bought lettuce and tomatoes, so we've been having some salads also. It's a little bit of a refresher before the pizza. You know, a little bit of preempting before the show, I guess. I don't know. But we're going to have pizza and some salads tonight. Little lettuce and tomato. And my husband loves French dressing. I love ranch. Except for me, I bought the fat-free ranch dressing. There is a slight difference in the taste. It's all right. I'll get used to it. I'll be fine. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Have a great weekend. If I decide to do anything, maybe I'll pop back on. I don't know. Yesterday was a pretty cool day. Yesterday was nice. And it was hot, but it really wasn't that hot. I came home and had my air conditioner on. Usually I don't do that when I leave. I usually shut everything off, but I had it on to beat the heat. And I came home and it was literally cold in here. I was like, okay, last night, this air's got to go off. So I shut the air off and I was fine. All right, people, take care. God bless you. Be safe, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Love to all. Bye-bye.